Clairvoyance is the ability to see clearly, or, in psychic terms, to see what others can see. It manifests in different ways but, for instance, when I read tarot, I look at a card but in my head there's a movie happening behind my eyes. A brief glimpse into the seeker's life. Often it takes the form of a visual memory from my own past, but it is always relevant to the question. That's known as internal visualization. Other clairvoyants see in a different way. Some will actually see figures, or a vision in front of them. They may be shown things by spirit. They will see spirits making gestures. That's called external visualization. Clairvoyance, in these cases, is usually accompanied by clairaudience. In other words, the medium can see and hear things that the rest of us cannot. So how can you improve your clairvoyant abilities? Can anyone be clairvoyant? This is a tough question to answer. Yes, is the most likely answer. After all, most of us are able to visualize a scene or an outcome in our imagination. The most prolific visualizers are those who worry a lot. They see the worst outcome and then worry at it, rearranging it, playing what-ifs, and generally making themselves ill over the problem. However, a deliberate visualizer is able to build a scene in their head and then let it roll. Exactly like a movie. The difference with clairvoyance is that the pictures seem to come from elsewhere, to be beyond the control of the psychic. It is very possible, with lots of practice, for someone to tune into spirit, the Akashic records, collective consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, and pull up visions as though pulling a file of information at will. Signs you are clairvoyant. You have vivid visions and dreams. Your visualizations seem to be beyond your control. Your dreams and visions hold coherent messages. It often seems as if something or somebody is trying to catch your attention. You have a well-developed intuition. You may get random numbers or symbols popping up in your mind's eye. You could see auras. You may see ghosts or shadow spirits. Occasionally it seems as though a veil draws away and you see the world more clearly. It's more colorful and connections become visible. Your visualizations may be accompanied by one, or more, other clairs. Improve your clairvoyant abilities. Exercise 1. Exercise 1 allows you to practice deliberately creating an internal visualization. Sit quietly, breathe steadily and close your eyes. Imagine a scene in your head. Choose a place in nature, or even another room in your home. Be in that scene. Turn your imaginary head to see what's around you. Now create some action in the scene. Birds, people, anything. You might even have a conversation with someone. Now walk away from the scene and imagine coming into the room where you are, and sitting down, as though your imagined self and your actual self become one. This should only take a few minutes, or you can make it as long as you like. Practice this exercise daily. Anytime you are waiting around, relaxing, or just before bedtime. Receiving messages. Clairvoyancy Exercise Too. As before, sit quietly, breathe steadily and close your eyes. Don't try to create a scene. Relax and see what arises in your imagination. Ask your guides for a message. In your mind, or out loud, say, "Guides, do you have a message for me?" Pay attention to the pictures in your mind. If you are prompted by instinct to open your eyes, do so. As soon as you feel alone, write down what you saw, heard and felt. You may not receive a message, but don't be put off. This is an exercise you will need to repeat. It may become your go-to method for receiving clairvoyant peripheral vision. Exercise 3. Sit quietly, eyes open, breathe steadily. Focus on an object placed in front of you. It doesn't matter what it is. A pebble or plant, a pen or a coffee cup will do fine. Without moving your focus, become aware of your peripheral vision. In your mind, take note of the objects and furniture around you. If you see shadows or movement, keep focused on the item in front of you. Sit for as long as you feel comfortable. Make notes on what you saw and felt. Also note any internal vision that took place. Practice. Practice. Clairvoyancy won't come immediately. It has to be something you want very much. Practice the 3 exercises described every day, if possible. It doesn't matter too much if you miss a day, or only do 1 or 2 of the exercises. You should, however, make sure to do all 3 throughout the week. Keep a journal of your clairvoyant experiences. Write down any small detail, message, or vision you think is important. or even if it appears unimportant. You never know when that very thing will arise in a conversation. You will be amazed and delighted how often those seemingly random thoughts you recorded are actually connected to a real-life happening, circumstance or conversation. In this way you will train yourself to pay attention to your visions. Your pineal gland, the third eye, and psychic abilities. Explore further. You might like to expand on these exercises by trying to connect regularly with your guides or angels. These guides are often the conduit through which visions and auditory messages are channeled. Some clairvoyants have a direct connection, others know they are there but don't see them. They simply take the message from them. It's important to understand that your clairvoyant experience is not like other people's. Everyone is different. You might discover your own unique way of communicating with spirit. Just keep practicing, keep listening, keep looking, and you'll improve your clairvoyant abilities all the time. See description.